Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again. I feel like we're back to back to back to back. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's stream. We've got Akimbo, we've got InControl, and we've got another banger matchup for you guys tonight. This is the winner's final. I had to get corrected last night because I wasn't 100% sure exactly how the bracket was shaping up. But we've got Akimbo and InControl tonight, both 4-0 in playoffs. They actually both finished 10-4 during the regular season as well, so strong performances, of course, from both these teams, what you would expect. But, yeah, both teams looking pretty strong right now in the playoffs as well. And whoever wins this books their ticket straight into the grand finals. So a lot on the line tonight. The veto has just begun and is underway. So I will be waiting for that to be locked in. So don't go anywhere, because when we return, I'll have that veto for you and we'll find out what maps we are playing on tonight. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I've got the veto for you guys, and it is an interesting one. A little bit of a shakeup from what we've seen so far in the playoffs runs for Akimbo. They started off the ban with a Vertigo ban, which is, of course, what we've pretty much seen. That's been their default ban every single series so far. InControl taking the Mirage away. So instead of the Ancient, which is what we've seen some teams attempt before as a point of weakness for Akimbo to take away their Ancient, this time InControl opting for the Mirage instead. So they're willing to have that Ancient be left up as a possible decider map. Anubis, however, picked by Akimbo as their first map. So Ancient let through. I'm assuming that Akimbo doing that because they know if InControl is not going to ban Ancient the first time around, they expect to get it let through. Nuke going to be picked up by InControl. So our first map will be Anubis picked by Akimbo, and then Nuke picked by InControl for map number 2. And then Dust 2 banned by Akimbo, Inferno banned by InControl. So like we mentioned before, Ancient let through. And I imagine that is because InControl also a very proficient team at Ancient. So if we do end up going to that third map, we can expect all the fireworks to see who's going to bring it home and send themselves straight into the grand final. So it's definitely going to be a pretty fierce matchup tonight. I expect these two heavy hitters to be exchanging blows back and forth. I mean, even last night when we were expecting there to be such a, difference, of skill in between Akimbo and the, I believe, who did they play? Hamino last night? Or no, it wasn't Hamino. It was the team before. It was the match There's been so many matches in the last couple days, I'm getting them mixed up. But the game before Hamino and Akimbo, because last night's game, obviously, going the distance. It was quite a banger. If you guys did miss it, I'm sure Akimbo will have highlights posted on their Twitter, on their Twitch, on their YouTube. Make sure you guys follow all those. You can check them out on the Be Right Back screen, but which we're actually going to send you guys to just for a short amount of time while we wait for all 10 players to connect to the server, and then we can get map number 1 underway, and it will be Anubis, picked by Akimbo. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for map number 1 of the winners final, Akimbo versus InControl. We've got Anubis. Akimbo picking this map, a bit of a curveball, maybe saving some strats for the end, towards the end of playoffs. Of course, we've been seeing them play a lot of Ancient and Mirage this season so far, but Mirage being removed in the first round of bans, and Ancient let through to the decider. So we'll have to see if their strength on Anubis can push them through to that Ancient. Map number 3. ZY taking first contact in mid, gonna fall. Well-timed Molotov, but he's able to avoid most of the damage. It's gonna be a wrap on the B site. 3 players here. Obi, first man up. Gonna have to land some of these shots. First one's clean. Has some assistance from Laxi, but he's getting low and he's running out of ammo in his mag. Still surviving, buying a lot of time for his team right now. Jace Feltner finally able to take him down. Cameron and ZY on the retake. 1v1, and Dylan cleans those final 2 kills up. 3K for him. Strong opening pistol for InControl. Could have really gone either way. And we can see Akimbo going for their classic second round force buy. MP9's very strong. Interesting to see Obi with the scout instead of N2O. Maybe he had the spawn, I believe, for this water peak. Jace Feltner able to get across, though. Oh, but that timing on the jump, not working out for him. And Dylan hesitant to peek into that MP9 at such close range. Do not want to concede another rifle over. So ZY and N2O look elsewhere. Attempt to maybe catch Mason on the retreat. But they don't want to push the issue just yet. They have their main advantage, and they're happy sitting on it for now. Dylan getting flashed through the smoke, and they're actually not going to wait at all. They're going right through, and it's a disaster for InControl. Tyra, last man alive. The setup perfect for Akimbo. In position and ready for something fast like that. It does seem like the obvious play after losing that initial fight on A main. Map control is somewhat limited there for InControl. N2O hearing this noise. He's actually even going to drop down. Might be a little too slow, though. Laxi posted up in the back of the site. That Molotov going to be perfect. Jace Feltner, though, finds the timing. Manages to get 2 before finally going down to Obi, but Obi not too concerned about it at all. Going to find those last 2 kills. And Akimbo, a clean second round off the back of that force buy. Paying off quite nicely for them. They're going to hold on to a couple of these MP9s. And maybe they can farm up even more cash in this round, because we can see InControl on the double. They're going to be almost on full eco rounds. Just the 1 Desert Eagle on Jace Feltner. And he's not long for this world. They're going to try and recover that. Tyra, next man up. Can they go again? Laxi already pushing through. Finds the first. Has to be careful. That headshot. And he's going to run out of bullets on the MP9. Dylan. 1 is better than none. Even if it is just onto the MP9. So full buys for both these teams. Cameron going to stay on the MP9. But we can expect him probably to play E-Box or some position like this. Maybe close Mid as well on doors. It's also a possibility. Actually, it looks like at the moment, positioned on a double nade towards stairs. That could do quite a bit of damage to Fiend. Tyra gonna try and walk through the smoke. Catches Obi, swapping back from that incendiary to his gun. And now Laxi under pressure on this B site. He has a rotation coming in, but Tyra too quick with it. ZY now attempting to get into the site, but that Molotov gonna prevent his advance. Fiend actually not taking as much damage as I would have thought. Incendiary gonna deny this bomb plant a little while longer. Mason patient with it. Waiting for the mistake. N2O somehow found two, turns and finds a third through the smoke. What is that? Jace Feltner is able to lock it down in the end, but holy cow, that was almost an insane round for Akimbo. Not sure how N2O has found that third through the smoke. I think he was down to his last 2 bullets. Just flicks, finds the head through the smoke. If the M4A1 had any more bullets, it could have been looking at a clutch there. So back to 3 men on B. Kimbo. CY. Taking residency up over here at doors. And that boost up with the op might catch him unaware. Looks like he is going to back up for now. Obi. Gonna swing on a watering. Find that first kill. Jace Feltner playing very passive up at Rugs. And now with him down, InControl pretty solid here. So it's gonna have to be a play through mid. Dylan finds the head of ZY to open up this round for InControl. Bomb plant should go down, but it's gonna be an interesting plant. They know that Cameron or someone is gonna be towards A main, and Cameron tries to take a timing through the smoke while that bomb being planted. It's not gonna work out for them. N2O. Hit some crazy shots in the previous one, but just one for him this time. Which means it's a 2v3. Time is ticking here for Akimbo. And it's not going to get any easier from here. Yeah, you can see Obi already backing away. Laxi maybe just looking to do some damage, find some exits. Looks like InControl going to exit towards spawn. So a decisive round there from InControl. I'd like to see them pull the trigger immediately off of that first entry kill. I think especially with your team in that position like that, just flood the site. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. And it works out nicely for them. Back to just 2 on B. Kimbo constantly switching this up. N2O holding the angle on mid. That nade's going to force Tyra back a little bit. So maybe N2O can attempt to swing out on this angle again. Jace Feltner playing this position quite a bit. That nade only doing 8 damage to him. Seems like a bit of a robbery. They're testing the waters right now. I'm not sure if they're going to expect an AWP in this round for Akimbo. It seems like just now deciding to end towards A. Only one player over here. It's Cameron. Obi going to clear E-box. And that incendiary perfectly timed from Cameron. He doesn't have a smoke, though. Just a flash and an MP9. But we've seen how deadly this weapon can be up close. Already has one. Holds down the trigger in hopes that a second will run into the shots. And Tyra does eventually give it to him. Actually, N2O with a collat. Gets one. And hits Mason for quite a bit of damage through his teammate. Dylan Tries for a lurk through mid, but now Fiend stuck in A main, alone, afraid, as he gets collapsed on all sides. Akimbo, well played round. Cameron, really the MVP of that round. Even with just the one kill, that incendiary buying so much time. MP9 in that position, buying so much time to allow his team to rotate in. And even though the bomb plant does go down, it's a pretty easy retake and round secure for Akimbo. But because of that bomb plant, we are going to see another buy, another investment here for InControl. Although it's not the greatest. Jace Feltner, Dylan on the pistols. And Fiend yet to get going with this AWP on T side. Of course, can be a little bit difficult sometimes. Have limited angles on a map like Anubis. That jiggle from Laxi, daring. Especially after the first one confirms. Obi gonna put that molly out, and Jace Feltner just running through. Cameron, this time with an M4, but he's gonna fall. And that smoke is slowing him down a little bit. ZY, he goes fishing and catches nothing. And 2-0, crucial kill back. So just one man down now, our Akimbo. And Laxi has made his way on in. Interesting, Mason going for a pre-fire. That alerts Laxi to his position, and he's gonna get a freebie there. So maybe he can recover this round for Akimbo. N2O quickly rotating in. Laxi gonna fall, but he goes for the peek. He does love to take his challenges. N2O. That was a bit overzealous, I think. Obi now, 1v3. And just a flash to work with. Looks like he wants to go for it, but Fiend trained on his position. He's gonna knock him down. So 4-4. Both these teams exchanging blows right now. Back and forth, back and forth. And I think in general, this probably favors Akimbo. Anubis, in my opinion, I mean, I'm not sure statistically wise. I haven't checked. I really need to check. Every time I cast, I say I haven't checked in a little while. I need to check the stats of the most recent major tournaments and in professional play since the changes that were made. But I believe Anubis is the most one-sided map. It is T-sided, so obviously all the maps fairly balanced. Can definitely go either team's way. But if you have an even or a head scoreline on the CT side of Anubis, you're feeling pretty confident moving into your second half. So right now Akimbo at even. Still in a decent spot, but Cameron playing a little bit further back. Just gonna go for the jump peek, or the jiggle peek, my apologies. Tyra running through it. Is able to get the entry this time. ZY moving in. Gets a quick trade back, but that spam from Schveltner, really good, and ZY just able to tuck himself back in. Is gonna get away with his life, but on the low HP, it might even be a save call for Akimbo. It's gonna be really tough to make their way back into this round. And as frustrating as it is, I think that is gonna be the call from them. Especially with just the limited utility in this round, the retake is very difficult. Maybe if you had a couple nades, you can look for it. But ZY on low HP, no nades in the pocket of any of these players means that they're going to save these rifles over into the next round. That will allow them to get another buy off, although Schveltner, he's hunting. Laxi, going to peek him, has to be careful. Schveltner down to 7, will go down. So 3 rifles still held on to here. Not going to be able to drop guns over to their teammates. But at least 3 rifles. Cameron and N2O can maybe force. Believe they're on, yeah. Their money was reset here. A 2-round loss bonus. Means that most likely they won't be buying into the next round anyways. Might as well go for an investment. Actually, Cameron and N2O, yeah, they are going to invest. 2 MP9s. But again, very limited utility. ZY already using all of his utility. Over towards mid. And even though Laxi able to find that initial kill, swiftly traded back. And Tyra ready for that push through A main. So that's already one of the rifles down for Akimbo. ZY feeling the heat at mid a little bit. Tyra taking the gunfight onto Obi. Obi now. His position is known. He tries to reposition. He does get it back across. Cameron goes down, though. And Obi just able to tuck in time into E-Box. Molotov going to force him back. He's not going to be able to deny that bomb plant. So ZY, Obi. 2v3 retake again. That's the last nade used. Fiend finds the first shot. ZY up next. And he's unable to get anything going for Akimbo on that retake, which means 6 rounds for InControl. At worst, they've tied the half. And still 2 more rounds of play. Looking to extend their lead here. Akimbo going to be, again, down on the low buy. Off the back of that force in the previous. I think it still was the right call to force around those M4s. But of course, now you're paying the price. Laxi buying down to 950. I'm not sure about that, Cameron. Getting a little frisky, the nades into A main. But Cameron not deterred. He's going to slide back in up close. That's going to be his best opportunity with the P250. N2O taking first contact, and Cameron there to try and get something. But Schfeltner too quick, and Fiend, nice flick up top. Means just Obi remaining with the Deagle. And you have to imagine he's probably not going to be able to find anything here. Schfeltner. He is not slowing down right now. 3 kills. Another 3K for him. I believe he had one just a couple rounds ago. Currently the top performer for his team. So Akimbo looking to pick up a 5th here. It's going to be the double op out from them. Cameron even picking it up. Maybe going to look to hold an angle in towards A main. ZY holding a nade, but he doesn't have a player here with him on mid. Smoke going to go down, but it looks like they want to just walk right through. Fiends pre-firing, and Laxi already pushed all the way through B main. This man has no fear. Flash is good. Dylan completely blinds here, but Mason going to get ahead of that incendiary, and Dylan quick to shut down that trade. Cameron now stuck. And Jay Schfeltner playing with his food. So Laxi Nobi on for the retake 2v4. Laxi dipping his toes in the fire. Not sure if that sound cue was given over to Tyra. But either way, it is not going to be an easy retake. Mason ready for that peek from Laxi. Now just Obi with the AWP. He's going to try and walk through the smoke. And he's immediately going to get taken down. So 8-4 at half, InControl of this map number 1, which keep in mind is Akimbo's map pick. So they are going to be looking to try and bring this back. Akimbo, if you drop this map and then go, next map is, I've already forgotten, Nuke. We did see Akimbo play a pretty good Nuke yesterday. But I wouldn't want to chance it. InControl, a different caliber of team altogether. And they're showing they're not to be trifled with. We are just in a little bit of a tech pause right now. Player, if you guys did not see in the chat, fixing their mouse. But curiously, it's just the one set of utility at the moment for Akimbo. Just one smoke and a flash on N2O. Everyone else with Kevlar. Obi, the raid boss, with the P250 Kevlar. And Tyra, the player with the kit. Back into the pistol now. We have swapped sides. Akimbo on the T side, and they are going to make their way quickly over towards water. Laxi holding for a peek. Mason in a deadly position with these dualies. Laxi just going to be dry peeking in. Finds the first player, ZY. Gonna take it down and immediately kills Jay Schveltner. No time to turn and react, but Fiend hitting his headshots. 3 now for him. And all of a sudden, it's just on N2O. It's stuck at Pillar. Fiend, 4K with the P2K. And hold on now. Is it P2K season? Because I swear, every time I swap to the P2K, I have one incredible pistol round with it. I'm like, guys, the P2K is it. And then I never get another kill with it. I swap back to the USP, and then I see someone get a 4K with the P2K, just like Fiend did right there. And I'm like, all right, back to the P2K we go. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, man. There's something about that gun. I think it's a CS2 thing. That nade, massive damage to Akimbo. Obi brought down to just 16. No armor on him. He's going to run back and pick up that bomb. He's the designated bomb carrier now with that HP. Sounds like Akimbo just going for some pre-fires, maybe some spams through the smoke. They're not going to find anything just yet, though. Tyra not giving them any opportunities there. Ooh, that was a headshot, by the way, folks. That was just through the corner of the wall, so not a one-tap, but it very well could have been if Tyra had been an inch more to the right. Or I guess I should say, N2O's aim was an inch more to the right. And he's actually tucked himself in E-box here. Tyra expecting it. And N2O somehow has found 2 on the entry with the Deagle. He is going to go down to J.H. Feltner, but this site now, the defense is significantly weakened. And Dylan not even budging right now from this A site. He's not convinced it's a B hit. And same with Fiend. Akimbo really taking their time, and even J.H. Feltner second-guessing himself. Akimbo going to be very confused as they walk out onto the site and get a free bomb plant. Bomb has been planted. And there's no way InControl are saving, right? They're not moving. How have Akimbo pulled this off the back of N2O, double entry with the Deagle, into a free bomb plant? InControl, it looked like they were saving before the bomb was even down. They decide that the man advantage for Akimbo too strong, so they gamble a site and it doesn't pay off. So now it's a save for them on a buy round. I guess the man advantage does make a difference. Terrorists win. Obviously positional advantage as well for Akimbo, being the ones defending the bomb plant, but I'm still just a little in shock from that round. I haven't seen something like that in quite some time. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen something like that before, to be perfectly honest. But right you are, Wick. Anubis lends itself to the T side. So Akimbo now looking to get back on their feet. Off the back of that win. Oh, that nade. Bit panic from Tyra. N2O. He wants to take these fights. J.H. Feldner. He's landing the shots. Tyra going to go for a peek onto Laxi. Laxi ready for it, though. Maybe the timing a little bit better. Could have been different, but J.H. Feldner did lose quite a bit of his HP on that fight, even though he does take N2O down. And Dylan and Fiend realize they need to take things into their own hands because this B site practically up for grabs. J.H. Feldner, 14 HP. One shot will take him down. He does go down. So 3v2, bomb plant will go down on B, but it is kind of far away. Cameron just now recovering it. And he is going to make his way back over to B, but just a sole player from Akimbo still in this B site. Oh my goodness, Dylan has the cutoff, and he's going to land the shots. The timing perfect for him. Bomb recovered now, but Laxi on 26. Round is very winnable, and he's going to whiff the shots on the Fiend. Cameron, quick trade. 1v1 now, 26 seconds. And he's holding W. I think he's expecting Dylan to have pushed through mid behind, maybe. Through B main, but Dylan, he knows better. Cameron going to drop down to the side. Should be a free kill for Dylan, and he does pick it up. 3K for him. Unfortunate there. I like the idea from Cameron. I understand the thought process. Just does not end up working out. And now Akimbo's money. Force back onto the save, but it looks like it will just be the force buy because I think, yeah, loss bonus has been reset off of that previous victory. So things looking a little bit rough for Akimbo. They really need to try and find this round. ZY and Cameron with the AKs. Gonna have to have some major impact. Tyra peering into water, not going to see anything. N2O not phased by that nade, holding that pixel angle onto the peak out of B main. So far, Cameron, nice headshot to open up this A site. Quick trade, Dylan. Good heads up position from ZY to at least get one trade back, but now it's tough. Tyra gonna get caught by N2O on the mid lurk. Laxi makes his way up. Mason very low. Is gonna get dropped, but Laxi not expecting J.H. Feldner to be so close. Incendiary gonna be dropped. Still 45 seconds to play. N2O does not need to rush this. J.H. Feldner coming out worse for wear after those initial deagle shots, but the MP9 not going to connect. So J.H. Feldner to clutch up. 1v2. Which means Akimbo now staring down match point. Obi already buying deagle and armor. It looks like they're just going all in possibly on this round. It looks like just Obi with the full investment. Everyone else still planning to play for OT here. Mason. He's seen that trick before. Nade, this should do massive damage. Gonna get both of them. Fiend, beautifully placed. And J.H. Feldner from E-Box. Insane spray transfer there. Clean stuff from InControl to shut down that light buy. And it will be Obi on the MAC-10 this round. Akimbo, last opportunity for them to start getting some of these T rounds rolling. They need 7 in a row to push us to OT. Obi in the air, it almost looked like. Cameron getting one before falling to Tyra. Now Tyra alone on this B site, has an 8 in hand, N2O. Opportunistic timing there. Obi will fall to Dylan's MP9. But still, massive man and health advantage here for Akimbo. As Dylan on 11 HP. Already pretty much out of this round. Fiend, you can already see, looking to try and save this M4. So Akimbo stay alive one more round, but they need 6 more. They cannot let their foot off the gas for even 1 round. Or we'll be headed to map 2 with in control of the series.
Terrorists win.
And even off the victory, money still a little bit tight here for Akimbo. You can see. Actually, Cameron did have a rifle drop to him. So for the most part, full nades across the board and yeah, everyone's gonna have full nades. And all 10 players with a rifle. Fiend on the AWP again. Looking to take an aggressive angle. It's outside of B main. A nade again. Tyra just peeking in, and Mason gonna get caught by the spam through the smoke. So again, early advantage here for Akimbo, but they need to convert this. Fiend slowly making his way out. And Schfelder to try his luck at mid, but Cameron shuts, or sorry, Dylan to try his luck at mid. Cameron to shut him down. Tyra here. Sneaky position, but 1v4. Not gonna happen. ZY, nice spam through the smoke. Just clips Tyra. And finally, money broken here for In Control. Which means barring any unforeseen circumstances here, Akimbo should be able to push themselves to 8. They're not even gonna invest. In Control, having the round advantage, they don't feel like they need to win this one. They're gonna play patient, play the long game. Which means it's just gonna be a shooting gallery here for Akimbo. N2 already finding 2. Tyra does get a kill onto Cameron, but everyone else rapidly falling around him. So 1 round closer. Akimbo just 4 rounds. It was 7. Now we're at 4. So almost halfway there. The hope's still alive for this Akimbo team. We've seen them come back from worse. Fast smoke and flash. Nade to try and prevent any peek onto B main. And Obi looking like he wants to take some E-box control. They get the first, but Tyra in for 2. Again, finds himself in this position. This has to be at least the 3rd time this map. Laxi, he's too quick with it, man. I need to study how Laxi peaks, man, because it just looks unreal. Every single time I see this man wide swing something, it looks insane. Dylan, hold on. They line up for him. Now 1v1. It's just Laxi. Incendiary maybe going to push him out. Dylan just running out of bullets there at the end. That got a little sketchy. Laxi, big 4K to keep Akimbo pushing forward. Now just 3 rounds between them and overtime. Yeah, this is the winner's final, guys. So best of 3. We are in playoffs. Map number 1, Anubis, which was picked by Akimbo. Map number 2 will be Nuke, which was picked by In Control. And then we have Ancient as a decider. If we can get there. But Akimbo, I think, really do need to bring this one home. Laxi lining them up. Knocking them down. Already 3 for him. Flash behind him. He wants all 5. He's hungry for it. USP out. Gets 1. But Tyra on 7 HP. Okay, careful, N2O, buddy. Okay, we really shouldn't be dying there.
Terrorists win.
At that point, I probably would just pull out the USP. I would not be trying to fight it with the op. But I respect it from N2O. An honorable duel. One of the most expensive guns in the game versus the least expensive gun in the game. And that's one of the beautiful things about Counter-Strike, especially since we've switched over formats, MR12. These low buys, force buy rounds, the scrappier looking buys where you have Galils, you have Tech 9s in the mix, or on CT side, the 5.7s, the Deagles. Those rounds mean so much more. And even just one can completely change the course of a game, change the course of a series. Yeah, N2O, he needs to tighten up after that one. He has been performing pretty good this map though, 19 and 16. Especially as the primary opper, he's no slouch. Not sure if you caught Wick at the beginning of this map, but he had a pretty insane, almost a clutch. Crazy 3K. The opening moments of this map. But we're back in this round. Mason and Dylan over on this A site. Anchoring it op on Fiend. Train towards these double doors. Flash is going to be high. I'm not sure that's going to blind him enough. It does. Baits the shot out. Cameron jumps across. But they've given up. Actually, no. Looks like Obi going to go back and make sure nobody able to peer in from E-Box. And actually, he's going to creep his way in, possibly. ZY looking to drop, but that should give an audio cue to Tyra. He's playing very close. Rotation starting to come in. Fiend creeping his way into spawn. That Molotov not going to land where Akimbo wants, and that could cause big problems. Smoke to extinguish, and this will happen towards spawn. Akimbo needs to be careful, but Obi trained and ready. Fiend does not have the flick of the wrist. And they're just holding for that peek from Tyra. They know his position. Obi to plant backside towards spawn. Nade is good, but Laxi, the low HP player that they need to worry about. Laxi going to swing in, and even on the 18 HP, the confidence of this man to take every fight he can is just absurd. I need that kind of confidence. Whatever he's taken, or not taken, whatever he's wherever he learned that confidence from, I need that confidence booster. Yeah, all of a sudden blink and you miss it. Kimbo just one round away from pushing us to OT. And InControl gonna have to do it with a bit of a scrappy buy if they want to close this out. Obi patient with the shots, and Cameron as well into A main. Quick trades back. Mason does lose quite a bit of his HP for it, and is unable to recover a rifle here. Laxi deciding maybe to walk out towards. He does get a flick, and the spray is good from ZY. So now ZY and N2O 2v1. Mason 40 HP. MP9 though, that smoke can allow him. Oh no, the smoke not in towards spawn. He knows where one of these players is. ZY. Oh, that shadow gonna give him away, but ZY is able to land the shots. And we're going to OT number 1 on map number 1. Akimbo. They may have been down, but they are never out. Seven rounds. Akimbo had to claw back to make it to this OT. And momentum on their side now. InControl. Haven't won a round. Similarly to Akimbo having to win 7 rounds in a row, that means InControl hasn't won a round in 7 rounds. So momentum definitely in Akimbo's favor, and they're on the T side first. So they just got to keep doing what they've been doing. N2O expecting the peek from Fiend there. Quicker on the trigger, Tyra going for a spam. Ends up taking more damage in return than he's able to dish out. Cameron maybe getting a little aggressive on that peek through the smoke, but Laxi here to recover it for Akimbo. Mason may have a timing. Obi caught with a nade in his hand, but N2O does not miss those. As proficient as ever on this AWP. CY spotting the last player. Gonna be a double swing. And the bomb plant will still go down. Another decisive victory on the T side of this OT #1 for Akimbo. And if they can get 3 in a row on the T side and just need that 1 CT round to push us to map #2, they could be in very good position here to make it happen. 2-0 going in for a peek. This time, Jace Feltner with the AWP. Going to best N2O on that. And it's the double AWPs that might just catch Akimbo off here. Cameron looking to jiggle, but actually goes for the wide swing instead. Not expecting Dylan there for the trade. That nade gonna work out for Obi. I was a little nervous there. Of course, Dylan hearing it just before it lands and blows open that smoke. Obi did take quite a bit of damage back. And that kill just to equalize here, 3v3 now. That's a strong smoke. ZY, I think, heard that footstep, and he's gonna get the kill. So now Mason stuck between these 2 players. And Mason choosing to go forward instead of back, but the bomb has made its way on the A site, and Obi playing so patient. They know where he is. And they are able to get that frag without taking too much damage. Back, Mason and Tyra, both through A main. Lax and ZY know at least one player's here. Can probably expect that both will be coming through main. Kits on their back, 1 flash on Mason. And they've managed to make it across without Laxi spotting the first. But now ZY just gonna peek on that very first tap. A little less clean for Akimbo, or should we say a little bit more clean for InControl, actually getting some trades going in that round. And that double op maybe paying off for them a little bit, but now it's gonna come back to bite them. Fiend still managing to pick it up, but with no utility, and Mason gonna have to be on the MP9. So Akimbo right now looking confident, looking poised on their T side. They might be about ready to send us to map #2 here. They're able to secure this 3rd T round. They would just need 1 on the CT side. Send us through to Nuke. Looks like no smoke. Okay, the early B-site smoke. 3 players here, 2 in towards E-box. N2O, though, posted. Daring a peek. Incendiary. Gonna force Obi out. But somehow he manages to get the 2-man spray down. How has he managed that? They threw the Incendiary, expecting Obi to fall back, but Obi pulls forward. Now just Fiend in the back of the site. He's stuck. He has the AWP. Spam coming in. Cameron gonna make his way across and get this bomb plant down. So Akimbo in a commanding position right now. Just have to be worried about this E-box player. The spam good from Cameron again. jumping with the MP9. Mason. Not going to net him any kills today. Dylan just trying to slowly make his way through the smoke, but N2O not going to fall for it. Actually, I'm not even sure if he was poking out through the smoke there. That might have just been a straight blind shot through the smoke. I would not put it past N2O. That seems to be his thing. He might be the next smoke criminal. I don't know. He's got the 2 in his name. And Cameron, interestingly, back on the op here for the double op setup here for Akimbo. There is absolutely no way that Faceit decides to do this to me right now. Hopefully. On the first restart, we can be back in here. And already Akimbo. Just 2 players left. Bomb making its way over towards this A site. N2O might have had a timing there, but Fiend quick to support Dylan. Obi walking through, but Jace Feltner turning back just in time to find that kill. So it's not going to be the first, but Akimbo with 2 more chances here. Yeah, Akimbo down 12-5, 7 rounds in a row to claw it back to OT number 1, and now in a dominant position here. Just 1 round needed to close us out. I know I keep saying it, but I cannot stress the importance enough of getting this kill. N2O is not able to find it. Mason's gonna go down. They line up though for Jace Feltner. So again, looking like an InControl round. Akimbo just not able to find the same success on their CT side as they did on their T. Laxi fighting back. Gets 2, and this bomb not any closer to a bomb site than it was a minute ago. They are starting to make their way over into E-Box, but Obi, 100 HP, 25 bullets in the mag. Shot's gonna go slightly wide there on that initial spray. He really needed to try and get 2 there. Laxi making his way in on the 26 HP. Fiend with the op, so maybe a missed op shot can give Laxi a chance. And again, he's quicker on the peak. That Molotov actually not on the bomb. And the smoke gonna allow for the tap. Laxi. Whew. Almost getting the kill there on Fiend. That would have been insane. 4 kills. Or sorry, not 4 kills. Only 4 HP left on Fiend. Laxi needed the 4K to clutch up for Akimbo there. But a little bit too tall of a task to ask. Akimbo now. Their last opportunity before we go to OT number 2. And start all over again. Face it, please, man. I just need them to hold it together for this OT. It's killing me. Luckily, we did not miss any of the action. Molotov's in towards mid. Cross molly's very popular. TY, drop an incendiary of his own. That bounced. That was a little odd. Nice pre-fire there from him. Tyra, first man to go down. So opening pick here for Akimbo. Real opportunity for them to close this out. Their best opportunity so far of the CT side. So made his way over to camera to assist CY. Cameron coming back through that smoke. Doesn't want to get caught isolated. Akimbo playing with this man advantage. Molotov's in onto pillar. Not going to push Obi out, though. Actually, that Molotov landing in more towards E-Box. Actually, it looked like double mollies. Obi. He's going to go for the swing. He knows he's going to have players behind him very shortly here. Laxi getting one. Still in the back of the site. Gets a second. Finds a third. Laxi on for a 4K. And he's just biding his time. Cameron has moved his way in. 3 people still alive on Akimbo. They just need one more kill. Can Dylan clutch up 1v3? He's not going to be able to find it. Cameron to get that kill and close out Anubis 16-14. What a comeback there for Akimbo. A much-needed win on their map pick. Like I said, I think if you're leaving it to Nuke, leaving it on the Nuke, obviously we saw them play Nuke. It was pretty solid, but I would be incredibly nervous about, you know, relying on your Nuke in order to take us to an Ancient. But now Akimbo can breathe a sigh of relief, especially Mike, I know, was holding his breath that entire OT. So they've done it. They've passed the first hurdle. Map number 1 secured. InControl honestly put up quite a good fight considering you know, the circumstances. But now we're on to Nuke. InControl, very strong Nuke team. I don't know if Akimbo, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not going to speak too soon because you never know. You never really know. But, yeah, we are going to send it to a quick break just while we wait for everyone to get into, wait for the server to restart and then wait for everyone to get in. But don't go anywhere because when we return, we'll have map number 2 for you guys. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. If you are just joining us, we've got Akimbo, we've got InControl. Map number 2 is going to be Nuke, which is InControl's map pick. If you did miss it, Akimbo just narrowly edging out InControl on map number 1, 16-14. We went all the way to OT. Akimbo down 5-12 at one point, and they battle all the way back 7 in a row straight to take the victory on map number 1. But we're in Nuke now, and it's a whole different ball game. Spraying and praying as they make their way across Secret. N2O, nice shot onto Dylan. So Akimbo at least taking one down for their troubles, and JH Feltner slid his way in here, looking to cut off the rotations, and he's done so perfectly. Laxi unable to find a kill down on this site. And now it's just Obi with the dualies on top of Hut. Maps for the series, whose soul? We got map number 1 was Anubis. Akimbo winning that one 16-14 in overtime, number 1. And map number 2 is Nuke, which is InControl's map pick. It just started. Then map number 3 will be Ancient.
Terrorists win.
But InControl, they've got to get there first. A pistol round on the T side to start out. Definitely going to help. This Galil's already purchased up. AK in the hand of JH Feltner, actually gonna decide better to go for the Galil and have the full utility. Fiend instead gonna pick up the AK. You know, a wise man once said the AK is basically the op as long as you only shoot heads. I don't think I was the first person to say that, but I do like to say it from time to time. And when you got aim like some of these players, it really is just a fully automatic AWP. Laxi, mag 7. First time I've seen him with this weapon in hands. It's going to be playing the close angle on ramp. Tired to line up an outside smoke. Looks like just one here, though. I don't think he has a second one on the ground. Yeah, I did not see one go into his inventory after throwing that first one. So it's just going to be a singular smoke. It looks like maybe one of his teammates just throwing a bit of a on-the-fly cross smoke to combine for the wall. Pop flash out. It's a little deep, though. Laxi, he's up close with this mag 7, and yeah, they're all of a sudden InControl's like, maybe we don't go here anymore. That weapon quite dangerous in that position. And N2O and Zai kill JH Feltner as he tries to make his way through Hut. N2O going to take quite a bit of damage on that drop. And the AK going to be able to best CY. Fiend getting quite a bit of damage done with that AK, but at the end of the day, Akimbo going to come up with the win. And Laxi even recovering an AK. Cameron and N2O both getting Galils for themselves. ZY and Cameron. Actually, ZY going to get an M4 from one of his teammates. Very nice. Cameron going to be on the MP9. So the second round force paying off again for Akimbo. They've been pretty consistent with these second round force buys. Smoke to provide some cover. Incendiary. Gonna deal quite a bit of damage. Obi's stuck, though, on the vent. He will go down to the Glock. N2O, ZY, and Cameron, though. Okay. I mean, it ends up working out for Cameron. USP. Switching to your secondary is faster than reloading your primary. Call of Duty taught me that. So off the back of that force by Akimbo, wins the following round, which means now it is in control, forced onto the Glocks. It's going to be fast out, attempting to vent dive. Not going to work out for Tyra. The rest of the InControl forces over towards ramp, and Fiend and Dylan, they let the bullets fly. But those 2 kills will be inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, as Akimbo plenty of money to rebuy into this round. And the victory still going over to them. Gio, you're far too kind, making me blush over here. Fiend, head of the incendiary, AWP in hands. Looking like he maybe wants to go for a little peek into. Oh, what happened? Did he drop his op back in spawn? He still has just the USP. I'm not sure what happened to his gun. He is maybe going back for it? No, maybe not. Mason looking the wrong way, almost losing to a USP at that range. Would have been criminal. ZY lucky to keep his life there. Op tagging him through the corner of the wall. But really, not a whole lot of map control gain just yet here for InControl. Fiend deciding he does not want to be solo pushing down Secret with the AWP. Mason too low to follow. Even just one stray bullet on a spam could take him down. So InControl going to group back up here in T-main. Or in lobby, I should say. I don't know why I called it T-main. And it's going to be the classic walkout squeak. No utility, nothing. Cameron playing back sight with the Galil. Gets the first, spins onto the second. Not able to find the kill onto Dylan. But Obi gets 2. Pulls out the USP, and Laxi there to assist with the third. Obi finding 3, almost 4 in that round. Able to recover the AWP for N2O. It's a great start for Akimbo on their CT side. And look, don't call me a prophet, but I was just talking about, I believe in the second half of Anubis, how important these low buy, force buy rounds are. And Akimbo, having been getting the better of InControl on these, just barely not sticking the landing onto the mini roof means that 42 HP gone, just like that. Gonna break his legs on the way down. Laxi getting dinked right away. ZY here to back him up. Probably gonna be going down pretty quick. ZY though. 2 for him before getting traded. Fiend gonna be able to recover that AK. This round's starting to get a little hairy here for Akimbo. Still 3 players up, man advantage. N2O, AWP in hands, and the bomb is actually down on the ground. That shadow not giving Fiend away. So he makes it a 2v2. Obi looking like he wants to peek in. He is gonna get the kill. And I think he'd spotted the bomb. He knows the bomb is down. Can probably guess that Mason was over here by his teammate. And he is ready for the eventual peek for Mason. We're currently 5-1. Akimbo up. And they were able to win map number 1, which was their map pick, 16-14. We went to OT. Although for those of you that played Counter-Strike, that's just a full regulation game of Counter-Strike, or CSGO, I should say. Fiends. Quick on the trigger pull there. And N2O not quick enough. He's now stuck here at red. Molly to push him out. Actually Falls a bit short, and he re-peeks onto Mason. Gets that kill. Now, that might allow him to get out. Tyra patient, though, with the swing. Gonna catch him on the fallback. And our new favorite on the Akimbo channel, the Auto Director Feet Cam, brought to you by Fill in the Blank. Laxi. Don't know if he's going to be able to spot any of these players on the cross. He does go for a bit of a spam, but not going to land much damage at all. Maybe a stray one catching Fiend a little bit there. But 3 players down secret. JS Feltner here on the lurk. And he could be instrumental later on in this round. Especially if Akimbo are able to find a couple kills early here on this retake, but it looks like Vent gonna be popped. And JS Feltner gonna drop down. Flash, not catching Fiends. Too low on the angle. Just 2 players remain, Cameron and Laxi. They want to try and get away with these rifles. Cameron able to get that first kill, but the hunt is on. JS Feltner already looking to cut them off as they make their way into spawn. I think he might have spotted Laxi, but Laxi wins that duel. Question is Cameron going to live? His HP is pretty low. I think he's going to go down. Yeah, he will. So just Laxi holding on to the rifle there. A second round for InControl. Much needed second rounds. Akimbo not phased, though, just yet. They still have money for a rebuy. Full utility across the board, even AWP for N2O. Hasn't really been able to open up just yet on this nuke. It is a bit more difficult. Actually, I don't know. I think I like the op better on nuke than I do on Anubis. I really do not like opping on Anubis personally. But it's going to be the A execute. Cameron attempting to play anti-flash. He will go down. ZY. Good flick to get one, but Obi going to be dropped before he's able to have any impact at all. And again, I think it's looking like a save for Akimbo, but Laxi deciding he wants to take matters into his own hands. N2O committed at this point. And a flawless A execute for InControl. We'll get them a third. Should be actually just a 2-round loss bonus here for Akimbo, so I believe. Okay, N2O gonna buy the hero rifle here, which I must say is a bit surprising, considering the rest of his team not investing much into it. MP9 from Laxi is good, though. And N2O gets a pick as well, which means already 2 men down for InControl, 2 men up for Akimbo. And Dylan brought down to 48 as well. It was a nice place nade, I'm pretty sure. Or just good damage from Laxi. Actually, it might have just been good damage from Laxi. I think I'm losing my minds here. Tyra looking to equalize. Cameron with the 5-7, though, and Obi. They combined for 2, and just Dylan left in the 1v3. Couple low HP players here, and Dylan with the AK. The only rifle currently on the map. At least in the hands of an alive player, but Dylan on 48. Not ideal situation for him. And Cameron, even with the jumping 5-7, that was unreal from him. It's going to be 3 AKs recovered as well for Akimbo, so they bounce back nicely. AWP actually going to be sold by N2O in favor of the AK. Taggy, welcome in. Yeah, I did actually forget. I saw on Twitter earlier. It is Cameron's birthday today. What a present it would be for him and his team to be making their way into a grand final. They're in a good position right now, but this map and series is not over yet. InControl are going to fight tooth and nail for it. They're going to make them work for it. ZY getting one back onto J.H. Feltner. N2O getting caught a little unaware there, but ZY is putting on a clinic in this round. He's on for a fourth. Mason looking to challenge him, but ZY, better angle, better shot. Huge 4K from him. Akimbo now on 7. They've secured the half. Yeah, Taggy, I don't know if you missed map number 1, but Cameron was definitely feeling it on map number 1. I'll tell you that much. We won't talk about the we won't talk about the scoreboard. I ain't gonna do him like that. But can you really blame him? He is the birthday boy after all. And right now, Laxi was able to get away, but is going to fall to the Tech 9 of Jay Schveltner. And now, InControl opening up this B site. 2 ships in the night. I don't even think Fiends realized that Cameron was just behind him. Obi and ZY. 2v3. Jay Schveltner playing beautifully around these ramp doors. Or it's not even really door. I don't know, do people have actual calls for those 2 like doorways? I always just say left and right. I don't know. Maybe that's a noob call out. So InControl, they're not going to go silently into the second half. They're looking to secure a 5th here now. Akimbo on a bit of a lower buy. Deagle, a couple SMGs. Taggy on the UMP. Haven't seen that gun in a little bit. ZY looking to fight with Laxi through that smoke, but ultimately it's going to go pretty poorly for them. And it's going to freeze right as N2O has the opportunity to make the play of a lifetime. Classic. Classic, face it. Watch, we're going to come back in here. And N2O is going to have gotten like 3 Ks on a crazy multi-man spray down. Never mind, it didn't happen. Well, that's good. It means we didn't miss much. OB 1v5. He's got the deagle, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it happen here. He does land 1. Going for a bit, some style points. Fiend missing the shot. I thought maybe we were going to see a knife there out from Mason or Tyra, one of them. But good half. Akimbo right now in the lead, 2 rounds up. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. A little bit better, well-rounded, a little bit better distribution here on both teams on Nuke than we saw on Anubis. But you know what? That was the warm-up map for everyone. So everyone gets a pass on map number 1. Map number 2. It's time to turn up. Time to lock in. Everything on the line for both of these teams. Akimbo secure this map. They push themselves straight to the grand final. And InControl need this map win. We're not on auto director. InControl need this map win in order to keep this series alive and send us to Ancient. Tyra right now, patient with these USP taps. And he's gonna get 3 to secure the second pistol win, actually, for InControl. And you would imagine winning both pistols would give you quite the edge, but Akimbo has just been so good on these second round force buys. And I believe the VOD will be up after the game, who's sold, but that's something you'd have to confirm with Akimbo GG. As we are streaming on their channel, of course. Woo! N2O. He's quick with it, man. Fiends, just as fast for the trade, and the MP9 long range. Very clean. He makes it look easy, but I tell you what, sometimes spraying that gun from range, not the easiest thing. So InControl's managed to make it 7-7. Kimbo, 5 AKs in hand. Limited utility because of that. Especially when they're going for deagles and things like that in the second round. So 4 smokes. Laxi, no utility in his pocket. That incendiary gonna slow down. Any fast push out squeak from Akimbo. But N2O wasting no time outside. He's already almost made his way across. Currently jumping up on top of red. Dylan, this is a cheeky angle. N2O finds his head. That's the kind of spot where I'm not sure you want to be the FAMAS against an AK. Nice jiggle from Cameron. He's found out where the op is now. Akimbo with all the intel they need. And N2O's already made his way into mini. Him and Tyra. I don't think they realize how close they are. N2O gonna activate, sprays him down through the smoke. So A site is Akimbo's for the taking. That smoke actually a little bit deeper, I think, than Akimbo wanted. Yeah, N2O not expecting the peak. So he's gonna get brought quite low. OB good spam through the smoke. And that's the issue with spamming this A4. Wait, hold on. N2O just runs through the smoke with his knife out and kills Fiend, who had an incendiary in his hand. What is going on in this round? Jay Feltner by himself, 33 HP and an MP9. You can imagine how that's gonna go. The funniest part about that knife kill is it very obviously was not planned at all. He just comes through the smoke with his knife out. And he's like, well, this'll do. And that's why you don't bring an incendiary grenade to a knife fight. Because we can see how that goes. Early incendiary's out again. That nade not hitting its mark. Smoke. I thought it might have gone a little too deep, but it actually doesn't. See why? That's an ambitious spam through the smoke. Laxi entry out of hut gets 2. And again, this man single-handedly allowing Akimbo out onto the A site. Bomb plant should go down. Mason desperately trying to deny it, and he gets 1. Looking to get a second. The 5-7 springing to life here. InControl managed to battle back, even on the lower buy.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
I don't know if they are trolling Toxic, because, like I said, a lot on the line for both these teams. And it's still anyone's game, 8-8. It may look a little silly at times, some of the plays that are being made, but sometimes When you're in the trenches and the Counter-Strike is getting scrappy, you get some rounds like that that look a little goofy. Fiend up close with the AWP. Difficult shot to hit. Obi's not even gonna give him a chance. And Tyra feeling like he needs to get something back. Gonna walk through the squeak smoke. ZY might get caught off here, but he spins around just in time. Takes down Tyra. Is he ready for Jage Feltner? He is. Crosshair placement from this man has been immaculate. Mason, though, gonna take him down before he can do any more damage, but Laxi with the quick trade. Take flight. Do you guys have a game yourselves going on right now in CCT or something? Is it Take Flight versus Mythic? I saw Mythic had a CCT game tonight. Oh, wait. I'm asking them a question, but they have the stream muted, so they can't hear me. I just realized. Can anyone confirm? Is there a CCT Mythic versus Take Flight on tonight? I don't even know. I'll have to go back and check the check HLTV, but either way, let's be real. This is the match to be in. This is the match to watch. We don't need no Mythic versus Take Flight. We need Akimbo versus InControl. Mythic up 1 right now. Okay. How is Take Flight in our stream when they're live? I'm assuming, are they live with the game, or is, I don't even know. I'm assuming CCT is casting it. Whatever, we're back in the action. These teams are just back and forth right now. It feels like every time one team goes down on a lower buy, it's almost like shades of what we were seeing the other night from Akimbo. What was it? Akimbo versus Undefined, I believe. Or no, was it Akimbo versus Homino? I think it was Akimbo versus Homino, where they just back and forth, force buy after force buy. Teams were pulling it off, but this time Akimbo, cool, calm, collected, and controlled. Akimbo should rebrand to controlling InControl after this. I think that would be appropriate. Obi trying to get a spam in onto Cameron. But Cameron not going to take any damage from it. Controlled, yeah, I like that. Cameron, clean long-range spray there onto Dylan. So double digits, Akimbo. They are in control of this map right now. That was the force buy from InControl in the previous round, which means they're going to be on the full save in this one. Fiend maybe going to get like a 5-7 and some Kevlar, but he wants to have that op in the next round. So Akimbo looking at 11. And InControl might just get one last good chance to bring this map back. They're going to need to make it count. USPs for them in this one. Tyra gonna attempt his way down the ladder. Cameron gonna go down. That's seems a little bit needless there from him. Surely they know InControl on the low by Laxi might get caught here. Oh, it got scary, and actually Dylan does get the trade onto him. So man advantage right now for InControl. Still just the 1 AK on Mason and no armor to speak of. But Akimbo need to rally here. You do not want to give this one up. Currently Fiend making quite a bit of noise. He's going to drop down vents. I guess they've called Akimbo's play here. They're expecting it to be in towards B, but maybe Akimbo switch it up here. Obi has walked his way out hut. And he's going to catch Mason with the rifle. Now just Fiends. They're not expecting Obi. The timing from him is perfect. Dylan stuck at the bottom of the ladder, 37 HP. I don't think N2O sees him, but he's gonna swing, or he's gonna flick onto him as he comes up ladder. You could tell he was ready to make that flick happen on a dime. I think N2O might just have to, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Akimbo hasn't secured it just yet, but like I said, looking good, especially if they can win this gun round. But N2O has been pretty consistent tonight. Obi right now on this map. Out in front. ZY. He's going to make his way right through that incendiary. N2O, that was a little crazy. That would have been an insane shot to hit. And Akimbo, maybe a little too eager. InControl, not done with this game just yet. Obi. Don't think he's going to be able to pull off the 1v5. Although he has had an incredible map so far. So 11-9, Akimbo's still up 2. Have some buffer, have some room to work with here. And plenty of money as well. So it's going to be another full buy from them. And I think they might have enough to squeeze out one more in the next if it's needed. Fiend holding top of Marshmallow right now. Obi not giving him a peek just yet. Fiend nails the shot. So an early advantage again here for InControl. Akimbo not wanting to get too hasty here. They do want to go through this ramp smoking. Cameron, he was ready for that spray transfer, man. No one going to give him the peek. But I'm confident that would have absolutely smacked someone in the head if they had swung immediately. N2O now trying to take the fight. That nade probably going to be the death of him. He does get away from it just in time. Stays alive on 6 HP. But he's going to aim at the wrong angle. If he had posted on Mini there, might have been able to find a kill. So 3v4. Remaining members of Akimbo, not the healthiest either. Cameron on 12. But Laxi, you know he's always good for at least one. Is he going to expect this player? Mason, going to catch him. Unaware. ZY, though. Another top performer for Akimbo this series. And he's going to have to be the one to clutch up. He needs 3 and a 1v2. It's not going to happen, so InControl. Jace Feltner. He's able to keep his team from match point at least one round further. And now we're just one apart. Akimbo. They can start to get a little bit concerned now. It is going to be an investment again. Cameron going to be on the Mac 10. And actually a CT tack timeout. I thought maybe it would have been from Akimbo. Now would be the time to take it. But of course, they can use this tack timeout from InControl all the same. Well, he needs 3 kills in a 1v2 because he had already gotten one, okay? I can count. All right, I practiced my counting since the last stream. He already had 1 kill. So he needed 3 total on the rounds and a 1v2. I'm paying attention, all right? I'm here. We're locked in. This is winner's final. No messing about. But yeah, I 100% agree, Toxic. Akimbo, rapid pace the last couple of rounds, and it has been working out for them. I expect to see a change up this time. Obi back on top of Marshmallow. This time, Fiend over towards ramp with that AWP, though, so not going to be able to punish any peeks from the top of Marshmallow this time. Don't know why I'm calling it Marshmallow. start calling it silo forever ago, and it's just old habits die hard. Good nade, though. On to Tyra. Already brought down to 47. Laxi. Seems like this is his signature position. Just outside of Squeak door. Resmoke gonna come in. Has to be careful of the spam. Laxi gonna jump up. Does take a stray bullet. But ZY has made his way across the secret as well as N2O. If they're able to remove Dylan from this position, they have the utility to do so. Molotov and nade available for N2O. And it is going to force Dylan back. Mason with the quick rotation down, but he just has an MP9. And the commit is not here just yet from Akimbo. Tyra up top. And this is reposition is going to work out great for him. Akimbo tried to crunch onto this top side. Tyra even jumping down into hut and getting a third. Swapping to the AK. ZY and N2O trying to pull it back here. ZY 2 for him. Then flash. ZY quicker. He'd need the ace and the clutch, but the time is not on his side, and he needs to recover this bomb. Surely it's impossible. Dylan gonna swing and finish off that kill. A valiant attempt from ZY. But it's not enough in the end, and now Akimbo looks like they're gonna be the ones playing for overtime instead. Unless they can pull off a miracle with the Tech 9s. If there's any team to do it, it is Akimbo. Again, early utility out, and they're out, Squeak. They found the first onto Tyra. 2 players stuck in heaven. And Jace Feltner goes down. M4 recovered. And hold on, Akimbo. They might have just pulled it out when they needed it the most. Re-smoke on Dominion, I think. InControl is out of this round. They're backing away. They're going to save the rifles. It's a huge eco round here for Akimbo. A huge Tech 9 purchase. And you know, we were talking about how the last couple of rounds had quite a bit of pace on them and it wasn't working out for Akimbo, but you know what? They had not yet full sent it. And that time, they full sent it. Cameron looking to try and hunt down. Take away a couple of these rifles. Fiend brought very low, but he's not going to fall. So InControl will at least hold on to this AWP. But look at the money. It's a disaster for them. I didn't even realize the economy's so low. They have 2 rifles and an op, but it's going to be 2 players on pistols. 5.7s have worked out for them before on this upper site. But Akimbo in the driver's seat. And they're just 1 round away from heading to the grand final. Early spam from ZY is good, and he burns alive. Opening pick for Akimbo. The AWP of Fiend falls. Tyra is going to recover it. ZY almost catching bullets on that spam. N2O. Mason saved just enough bullets to find that kill. They know Dylan's here. Dylan's gonna drop. He knows he can't win that fight. And I think Akimbo are committed here. Laxi expecting a different angle. Cameron and ZY though. They're able to get those 2 kills at least. So now 2v2. It's gonna be a retake here for InControl. Cameron, plenty of time to reposition. And this is such a strong spot for him to be in. The birthday boy. Can he do it? The timing can be everything here. He's going to peek out and find Tyra. Just 1 player remaining. Mason on 13 HP, and he's desperate. It's not going to be enough. Akimbo. They win 13-11 over InControl on Nuke, which is their map pick. And they win the series 2-0. They're going to the grand final, baby. It might just be the greatest playoffs run of all time. Akimbo, they've had some insane matches. They've had some nail biters, and they've fought with every ounce of their... I mean, we were talking about it earlier in this week, right? Taggy to fill in on some of the matches. They had to drive just to play one of their playoff matches. They drove like an hour away to a LAN center to make it happen. And through all the struggles, they come up victorious. 5-0 right now in playoffs. Just one more to be the champions of Season 50 North American ESEA Advanced League. It has been a wild ride. It has been a wild ride. And I could not be happier that I've been able to be with you guys and be able to cast and just been with you guys for this entire journey. It has been an incredible one. But in terms of that, I think this might be it for me on the Akimbo channel. I'm not 100% sure, so don't take my word for it. We're still figuring out the details. But next time on the grand final stage, well, stage in quotations, you might be seeing me on a different channel. We'll see for this grand final match. But either way, that's all the Counter-Strike that we have for you guys tonight. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Whether you're here for Akimbo, whether you're here for InControl, we do appreciate the support. Make sure you guys show both those teams some love. InControl definitely bringing the fight to Akimbo tonight. Make sure you guys follow them on Twitter, on Twitch. We have Akimbo socials listed. Make sure you guys drop them a follow. Turn on notifications on their stream so that you don't miss, just in case the grand finals is here on Akimbo's channel. Balloon Pop, I promise you, as soon as I go pro, everybody that was in that stream, I will get you guys Chipotle. I promise. You can hold me to it. But for now, we've got Akimbo in the grand finals. And what an insane turn of events here for them. Couldn't be happier. But again, make sure you guys drop a follow. Turn on notifications for them so you guys don't miss any future Akimbo action. For now, it's purely signing off. But hopefully, the next time you guys see me, we've got a grand finals match for you guys. So, again, thank you so much, and have a great night.